Hi everyone, this is Anaitic the Shoujo Nut, and I'm here today with much excitement and contemplation on the latest topic for you guys. As you guys can see from the title, even with the release of Yae Miko recently, I am still way more excited for Kamisato Ayato. So, what better way to express that than to upload yet another video about him, right? So if you guys haven't watched my first video on why I personally think Ayato is a must pour, I'll leave a link somewhere for you guys to check that out. With that out of the way, I want to focus a bit on the amount of anticipation and hype around the community towards this character. Maybe I'll even make a whole separate video on that topic alone. But anyways, there has been a lot of information on Ayato that has been spreading like wildfire all over the internet, whether it's publicly or it's even privately between my own conversations with my friends. No matter what it is, Ayato is the main point of focus among everyone's discussions right now, and for a good reason. So let's go back to the question. Is he worth the hype? In my humble opinion, yes. I've already covered most of this before, but I guess it's nice to reiterate a couple of these talking points again. Ayato belongs in a couple of really rare categories in the game of Genshin Impact. He is male, which we already know is a very low ratio in the game, but he's also of the Hydro element, which I believe at this point has the least amount of characters. Though it isn't 100% confirmed yet, Ayato might be the first DPS character of his own element. There is no true hyper-carry Hydro in the current state of Genshin Impact. It's about time that we expand our playstyles with more variety in the current combat system. Maybe one day we'll get an Electro Healer or a Cryo Catalyst? A girl can dream, right? So, with those repeated thoughts out of the way again, I want to emphasize my next point to you guys, loud and clear. Ayato has the potential to be the most flexible Hydro unit in the entire game. Potentially, of course. Why? Because Hydro as an element itself is very reactive, which means Hydro makes other elements better. It makes other elements shine. Your Pyro DPS characters do more damage because of Hydro, right? Enemies freeze or get Electro Charge because of Hydro, right? Now imagine a character who is the main on-field damage dealer using a reactive element. Yup, you guys see where I'm going here. If your train of thought left the same station as mine, Ayato might be the next Ganyu. Not in terms of raw damage. No. I am not going there at all. I stand by what I said, that I think Hoyoverse made a huge mistake creating Ganyu because of how unbalanced she is. What I'm trying to get here is that Ayato might be a more balanced, but equally as flexible of a character as Ganyu. So, imagine this, for just 1 second. A character who can cover multiple bases in your team. You need AoE? Ayato can cover that. You need a sub DPS? Ayato can cover that. You need someone who can apply Hydro so that you can have one of your fun reactions? Ayato can cover that. Now let's say you're an Ayato main. You think he's kind of hot. You want him to stay on the field as a hyper carry. You know what? I think Ayato can do that too. If anything, he should be able to fulfill the role of a support or sub DPS better than Ganyu because he's of the Hydro element. Cryo is, I would say, less of a supportive element than Hydro is. Plus, when you think of like the swirl reaction with Animal, Hydro actually gets a higher priority than Cryo. For a good reason, right? Yeah? I personally believe that MiHoYo actually release such a few amount of characters in the Hydro element by design. They don't really do anything like accidentally. Everything is by design. They know Hydro as extremely broken. They need to keep it in check. They can't release so many characters of this element. I can bet my life savings on that. With that in mind, wouldn't it be smart to pick up a character that can cover multiple bases in a very important element for your team, such as Ayato? So, with that in mind, wouldn't it be smart to pick up a character that can cover so many bases on your team, as well as being of a very crucial, important element? The only thing I can think right now that Ayato can't do is heal. But the thing is, Hydro covered that so well already. There's so many options for healing in Hydro. Right now, I would say the closest we have to Ayato is Tatalia. And Tatalia needs to stay on the field in order to apply Hydro. But if Ayato can apply AoE Hydro application more than a single target like Shoujo, or he can apply Hydro without being on the field like Kokomi, he has already solidified himself a spot in this game and a spot on so many team comps. Imagine him with all these other characters you can use. Raiden, Kazuha, Beidou, Fisho, who else? All the Cryo DPSs, Pyro DPSs. And when Dendro comes out, I bet you Dendro will work with Hydro. It's like a done deal. He is totally worth the hype and he's totally worth the pickup. I know this is a bit of a wishful thinking, but a girl can dream, right? But what if Ayato has a huge range like Kokomi? What if he has a good range too on top of everything? Wouldn't that be nice, right? Okay, so this is the scenario I have in mind. Imagine your DPS, Ayaka, or Ganyu, with Ayato. Enemies will freeze permanently. And then if you want to switch it off to like Yoimiya or Ito or Raiden to smack those enemies around, that would be awesome. Then let's say you want him to be on field because you like a hyper carry. Okay, so here's Ayato on field attacking, right? You can have off field units with him. So you can throw him at Fisho, Beidou, Shoujo, stuff like that. And whoa, he can do both. You know what's crazy? He can be Shoujo, Kokomi, and Tatalia at the exact same time. That's how much potential he has. That's how much. That is why there is so much hype around this character. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I know this sounds insane and nobody else would do this, but Mono Hydro. Kokomi, Ayato, Shoujo, and Kazuha. That sounds like such a fun team. All the dancing blue numbers you see on screen. Okay. I'm ranting now. I'm just like, I just can't help but think how crazy it would be if we have another character like Ganyu where the character can apply both on-field and off-field Hydro, like Ayato. At this point, the only way he can suck is if he's just another healer or his multipliers are super low. But then if his multipliers are super low, then you can just use him out like how you use Kokomi as a jellyfish bot. On top of everything I talked about, just because he's a sword user, he has access to some of the best weapons in the game. He can use Mist Splitter, he can use Jade Cutter, he has his own specialized weapon, he can use that Anamuchi, whatever that Inazuma sword weapon is that I have on Kaya right now, he can use that one. There's a couple of other free-to-play options, Sax sword might be good, Favonius sword might be good. Oh my god, there's just so much hype and potential with this character. I can't see how he fails. Even if his multipliers are super low, he can just be like Kokomi and be a jellyfish bard sometimes. Hydro's that awesome. So let's hope that when he's actually out, he's actually worth the hype, and I'm just so excited. I'm probably gonna release like 3 or 4 more videos about this until he comes out. I'm counting down the days until he comes out. That's how excited I am. I'm probably gonna upload a video on me wishing on him too. You guys will see. Yeah, I'm done now. No more ranting, no more excitement. Well, more excitement, just on a different video. This video is too long already. And with that, I'll eye hug you next time.